Today's hero spotlight is going to be on Xander, the Paragon Knight. He's the one everybody in the comments suggested I would upgrade to 5-star, so here he is. I'm going to be talking about actually a lot of different builds for him today. And most of them are enemy phase builds. But the one I'm going to show you first is going to be more of a unique take, turning him more into a player phase unit. The other builds I'll be showing later on are more of the meta ones, and you can probably guess what they already are, especially since I've mentioned them a couple of times in streams. So, first things first, I suppose we'll take an overview look at Xander. He doesn't have any IVs, being a Grand Hero Battle character, so there won't be any variance in these stats here. You can see he's got competitive attack, not the highest. The thing that really shines about him is his defense. It's huge, and that synergizes with the special ability I gave him here, with Ignis giving 80% of your defense into damage, which synergizes with Armored Blow. I wanted to use Defiant Defense, but I didn't have it available, so I'm just sticking with Armored Blow. He's a very slow unit, so he can actually get some very good use out of Brash Assault, which normally is a bad skill for most units, but it's good on slow ones, giving them a guaranteed follow-up if they can take the hit that comes with it, because it requires that you attack somebody who can counter, which is normally dangerous for most units, but not with Xander because of his high defense. Now, we're scrolling through his skills that I considered giving him. One of them was healing special ability, which I didn't get a heck of a lot of value out of, so I ended up giving him Ignis instead. I tried all sorts of different A abilities. A lot of those are actually just dump abilities that I gave him along with another character because I just utilize all three. And I actually used Pass and got a lot of good use out of it, surprisingly. Because he's mounted, he can move 3 squares, and he usually stays high HP, so he can just bypass a lot of units to jump right into the backline, kill the mages that usually give him trouble. But in the end, I ended up going with Brash Assault, and then as far as C skills, that usually just goes with what your team comp needs. Now, looking at Ike and his Quick Riposte build, just looking at the general stats and the skills here that I have on Ike, you could practically copy and paste this onto Xander, because they have similar weapon, similar stats. As you can see here, they're pretty similar. Attack, the defense is higher. He's much slower, so he'd actually get a lot of good value out of Quick Riposte. If you have Quick Riposte available and you don't already have a unit that's using it, definitely put it on Xander. Now, another build is the Fury Vantage combo, because of the weapon that can counter at any range. I wouldn't recommend the Vantage combo over the Quick Riposte because of Xander being slow. Camus utilizes it pretty well due to the fact that he's got high speed, and I would rather Xander be getting a follow-up attack utilizing his high-ish attack in the first place, rather than going with Vantage. I feel like Quick Riposte or Brash Assault would be better depending on what you're trying to use. So, Sacred Seals, I've got the Resistance one on him, but that's primarily because I want him sometimes to tank a hit and counter a mage, just to put him in Brash Assault's range. That way I can start just demolishing other units using Xander. I use him on my Horse Emblem team, and now that I've been upgrading units in this team, they're getting extremely strong. with those C skill buffs. I should probably look at just a regular team too, because I don't think everybody has a horse emblem team. So basically, kind of like I've been showing earlier, you can just cookie cutter, copy, and paste most meta builds on Xander. That makes him very versatile. Even though he's got bad speed and bad resistance, he has still a lot of uses, just because he's got the sustainability and the ability to counter and attack. So that's about it, yeah.